Hey, Sawyer, you ready? What we're gonna do today?
Make better.
Alrighty, we're gonna show you how we made our pickles the last time. Sawyer's gonna chop up the pickles.
Like this.
No, we're not making pickled fingers.
Hmm?
Right there. Remember how we did it last time?
Yeah.
Start at the end. 1/4 inch slices. Push it straight down, straight as you can. Cut off the ends. We throw them away or we give them to the guinea pigs. Today we like doing this pickle so much that today
Tell me I made that bit right in.
you made that pickle right in the trash.
Wow.
We made our own sign for Sawyer and Ahbies. Awesome pickles that we're going to put on our pickle jars.
Right there.
Here we go. We got our 1/4 inch slices we're going to cut up
My dog
with our
my
nifty ridge cutter to make them like real
my
pickles.
phone better.
No, do not cut my phone. Do not cut my phone in half. Alrighty, bud. So that's the first part of what we got going on here. The second part I'm going to show you over here is what we have. What we have is 2 tablespoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of sugar. We put in 2 cups
No.
of distilled white vinegar and 4 cups of water. After that, what we do is we add the spices we like. Everybody likes dill, so we're going to have our wonderful dill spice, pepper for a little bit of bite, some garlic powder, and some minced onions. Now you can use the fresh ingredients if you want, but that's what I had today because my onions aren't ready for my garden yet like those wonderful cucumbers were. And one of these days I need to invest in garlic press to have my fresh garlic. So here we are. We're going to do this and get this brine going. Mix it up. And get that to a medium boil. We are going to dump the pickles into the jar. After we get the pickles in the jar, we are going to dump the brine over the pickles and put the lids back on the pickles. You can use the mason jars to make your pickles, or I'm being really cheap and using my old jars that I washed and sanitized these lids from. Really good, but next time I am buying the mason jars. They'll keep in your refrigerator for about 2 months, and you'll have nice fresh pickles. They're really easy to make, really simple, and actually fairly quick, and they really don't make that big of a mess. So it's something fun to do, something to do with your cukes from your garden other than throw it on a salad. Alright, we got Sawyer cutting these pickles up, putting them in the slices. We're filling this jar.
Tita.
These cutting pizza slices because they're unique. Putting these in the jar just about to that line, and we fill up the brine. We're going to fill it up a 1/2 inch from the lid. Now what we're doing is we're refrigerator canning. We're not canning to where the seal is going to come down and it's going to stay good for a year. This will be good for about 2 months, but the average lifespan of these homemade pickles in my house has been 1 week for all 3 of these quart jars we got going on. So I'm really not worried about them being saved for a whole entire 2 months or a year, because they just won't live that long. Another thing I like to try and do, okay, don't get too crazy there, bud. Start filling up the other one. I saved some of these seeds from my cukes, which I believe you saw earlier were some really healthy cukes that came out of my yard. I can save myself the money of buying seeds next year. I'll simply wrap them up in a coffee filter to suck the water out of them so they can dry out and save them for the year. I also did that with my nice squash I got back there. So I got seeds, and I don't gotta go back to the store and buy any seeds. And there's Sawyer goes. He's working on the last jar. We come over here. We got this brine going ready. I put about 2 tablespoons of the dill in there, about a tablespoon of pepper, and it's about the same amount of garlic and onion. That's going to give these a really nice flavor. You have that cool cucumber with the sharp of the dill, a little bit of bite of the pepper and the garlic, and they're absolutely outstanding. So we're going to let this broil, and I will show you the rest of the steps next. Oh, the other thing I got to tell you here is we don't pack these in tight. That way all the spices and the brine can soak into these pickles, so you get the full flavor throughout the pickle. If you pack them in tight, you're not going to get that full flavor through there. And this is looking really good. It's a little loose, and I think we're going to do just fine. What do you think, buddy? Thumbs up? Alrighty. What about you, Pumpkinhead? You don't say much, do you? No? No? Alrighty. Be quiet then. Alrighty, we got this going to a rolling boil. We're going to take this down a little bit. Bring it back down to a medium. Over here we do have our jars in this hot water here, so when we pour that brine in there, we don't bust the jars open and they don't explode on us. A little bit of safety there. And we are almost ready to pack these things up. You can set them in the refrigerator for a couple hours and they are ready to eat. So here we are. Almost time. There we go. Now we're down to more of a medium boil. As soon as Sawyer finishes this last jar, we're going to bring this other jar in here. And we're going to start filling these jars up. One thing I did forget, that I did have a jar of nice roasted garlic in the refrigerator.
Ooh.
So that's going to add a nice little flavor to it and bring it up a little bit. So I think we're going to have a good time. This one is Spice World roasted garlic. You can use whatever you want. I'm just doing this purely for the educational and helping people out, so they can teach our kids some cool cooking things. But you can pick this up at all kinds of stores right there in the garden area usually, where you get your vegetables. So almost time. Alrighty, here we go. We got everything heated up the way it's supposed to be. We got this cooled down a little bit to pour it. And here we go. We're gonna pour this right over to where it's about a ½ inch from the top. Do it again. Probably could get a little more out of this. Look. Dump a little off of that one. Sawyer, come here.
Why?
I want you to hold the camera right here so you have that picture right there, okay?
Right there?
Right on those jars. I got a little bit of my seasonings left in the bottom here. As I said before, I've got to pour some off the top of that one. So I'm going to grab my handy little, I don't want my fingers to burn alive. Get more of those seasonings inside of this. These are left on the bottom of the pan because That's just how it works. Poke it around a little bit to get them to fall down. All that garlic and dill. All that garlic and dill floating around in there. Gonna get all soaked up by these wonderful cukes and turn them into pickles. I think it's funny. I heard kid say one time, "How do you do that?" It's like, how do you know how to make something? How do people know how to cook that? I'm like, well, they learn. You put yourself in an experience to learn something, and you're going to learn it. It's not a mystery. It's not any kind of a secret. But anybody who told you, from you, you just learn how to do it. Find somebody that knows how to do something that you want, and learn how to do it from them. And here we are in the wonderful age of Google, and people still are further from figuring out how to do things than they were when I was a kid. Again, we're going to pour this off to where it's a 1/2 inch from the top. Too much. It is hot. And put our lids on here loosely. Like I said before, I'm not actually canning. That's a totally similar process, but this is not exactly the same. I was cleaning as I went, so put these in here. Stay there, buddy. I'm going to tighten them down now.
What?
I'm going to take these down. And rinse off the outside. And as these cool down, these lids are going to suck down a little bit tighter. And we're going to pause this now as I dry them off and apply the labels. Oh, Sawyer wants to show you the Cirque d'Italia that's coming to town here in October. We might go to that. That could be fun. Right now we're going to dry these off and put the labels on and show you the finished product here. Yeah? Here is one of our upcoming videos. We're going to go fishing. And before we go fishing, we're going to fix this lure right here and put some treble hooks on the bottom. And that will be one of our next adventures.
You want to hide it?
Oh, this is a rattling lure. You can probably hear it. And it's a diving lure because it's made to go down. Alrighty, buddy. Can we do it?
Yeah.
Okay, we got our Sawyer and Ahbies awesome pickles here, complete with our labels. Getting ready to go in the fridge and cool off. We already tried these once, so if you want to go back to the other video, I believe it was our very first video, where we made pickles. Actually, we didn't make them, we ate them. But some people liked it and wanted to see how we did it. So, this is how we made our pickles. Simple enough for anybody to do. You can have fun doing it with your kids. And,
Dad, you want to do this?
I don't know, I don't think I can do that.
About this.
Oh my God, it looks like you broke your finger.
About this.
No, I can't do that. Stop. It looks painful. It looks painful.
Another bigger.
Everybody, thanks for tuning in.
Wait. About this.
No, I can't do that at all. It looks deformed. Okay, buddy. Let's wrap this up. Again, thanks for tuning in to Sawyer and Ahbies Adventures. Hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you take some time out with your kids to go and make...
That's right, I look right.
Huh?
That's right, I look right.
Sawyer wants me to remind you all, please give us some likes and some subscribes. So you can...
Hit that bell. Hit that bell. And don't forget to hit that bell.
Yes. Sawyer says, don't forget to hit that bell. Give us that like and subscribe so you can catch up on all our fun and everything we're doing. Give you some ideas to go out there and play with your kids. Stuff to do, stuff to have fun with. Our next one looks like it might be a fishing video. So anyway, thanks again. Y'all have a wonderful day. Get out there and do something with your kids, learn with them, and have fun.